Let's do the blessings before the Torah. Baruchu et Adonai Amvarak, Baruch Adonai Amavarak Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Melech Haolam Asher Bakar Banu Mikol, Amin Vinatan Lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Blessings before the Torah. Bless Adonai, who is to be blessed. Blessed is Adonai, who is to be blessed forever and ever. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who chose us from all the peoples and gave to us his Torah. Blessed are you, Lord, giver of Torah. On the first day of the second month, in the second year, following the exodus from the land of Egypt, Adonai spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting, saying, Take a census of the whole Israelite company of fighters by the clans of its ancestral houses, listing the names, every male head by head. You and Aaron shall record them by their groups, from the age of 20 years up, all those in Israel who are able to bear arms. Associated with you shall be a participant from each tribe, each one the head of his ancestral house. These are the names of the participants who shall assist you. From Reuben, Eliezer son of Shadur. From Simeon, Shelumiel son of Zurishaddai. From Judah, Nashon son of Aminadab. From Issachar, Nethanel son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab son of Helon. From the sons of Joseph, from Ephraim, Elishama son of Ammihud. From Manasseh, Gamaliel son of Padazur. From Benjamin, Abidan son of Gideoni. From Dan, Aizer son of Amishadai. From Asher, Pagiel son of Okran. From Gad, Elisaph son of Duel. From Naphtali, Ahira son of Enan. Those are the elected of the assembly, the chieftains of the ancestral tribes. They are the heads of the contingents of Israel. So Moses and Aaron took those participants who were designated by name, and on the first day of the second month, they convoked the whole company of fighters who were registered by the clans of their ancestral houses, the names of those aged 20 years and over being listed head by head. As Adonai had commanded Moses, so he recorded them in the wilderness of Sinai. They totaled as follows: the descendants of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, has listed by name, head by head, all males aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Reuben, 46,500. Of the descendants of Simeon, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, their enrollment as listed by name, head by head, all males aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Simeon, 59,300. Of the descendants of Gad, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Gad, 45,650. Of the descendants of Judah, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Judah, 74,600. Of the descendants of Issachar, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Issachar, 54,400. Of the descendants of Zebulun, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Zebulun, 57,400. Of the descendants of Joseph, of the descendants of Ephraim, the registration of the clans of the ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Ephraim, 40,500. Of the descendants of Manasseh, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Manasseh, 32,200. Of the descendants of Benjamin, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Benjamin, 35,400. Of the descendants of Dan, the registration of the class of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Dan, 62,700. Of the descendants of Asher, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Asher, 41,500. Of the descendants of Naphtali, the registration of the clans of their ancestral house, as listed by name, aged 20 years and over, all who were able to bear arms, those enrolled from the tribe of Naphtali, 53,400. Those are the enrollments recorded by Moses and Aaron, and by the chieftains of Israel, who were 12 in number, one participant from each ancestral house. All the Israelite males aged 20 years and over, enrolled by ancestral houses, all those in Israel who were able to bear arms, all who were enrolled, came to 603,550. The Levites, however, were not recorded among them by their ancestral tribe. For Adonai had spoken to Moses, saying, Do not on any account enroll the tribe of Levi, or take a census of them with the Israelites. You shall put the Levites in charge of the tabernacle of the pact, all its furnishings, and everything that pertains to it. They shall carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall tend it, and they shall camp around the tabernacle. When the tabernacle is set out, the Levite shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levite shall set it up. Any outsider who encroaches shall be put to death. The Israelites shall encamp troop by troop, each man with his division, and each under his standard. The Levites, however, shall camp around the tabernacle of the pact, that wrath may not strike the Israelite community. The Levites shall stand guard around the tabernacle of the pact. The Israelites did accordingly, just as Adonai had commanded Moses, so they did. Adonai spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, The Israelites shall camp each man with his standard under the banner of their ancestral house. They shall camp around the tent of meeting at a distance, camped on the front or east side, the standard of the division of Judah, troop by troop. Chieftain of the Judites, Nahshon son of Amminadab. His troop has enrolled 74,600. Camping next to it, the tribe of Issachar. Chieftain of the Issacharites, Nethanel son of Zuar. His troops has enrolled 54,400. The tribe of Zebulun, chieftain of the Zebulunites, Eliab son of Elon. His troop has enrolled 57,400. The total enrolled in the division of Judah, 186,400 for all troops. These shall march first. On the south, the standard of the division of Reuben, troop by troop, chieftain of the Reubenites, Eliezer son of Shedur. His troop has enrolled 46,500. Camping next to it, the tribe of Simeon, chieftain of the Simeonites, Shelumel, son of Zurishaddai. His troop has enrolled 59,300. And the tribe of Gad, chieftain of the Gadites, Eliasaph, son of Ruel, his troop has enrolled 45,650. The total enrolled in the division of Reuben, 151,450. For all troops, these shall march second. Then midway between the divisions, the tent of meeting, the division of the Levites shall move as they camp, so they shall march each in position by their standards. On the west, the standard of the division of Ephraim, troop by troop, chieftain of the Ephraimites, Elishama, son of Ammihud. His troop has enrolled 40,500. Next to it, the tribe of Manasseh, chieftain of the Massenites, Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. His troop has enrolled 32,200. And the tribe of Benjamin, chieftain of the Benjamites, Abidan, son of Gideoni. His troop has enrolled 35,400. The total enrolled in the division of Ephraim, 108,100 for all troops. These shall march third. On the north, the standard of division of Dan, troop by troop, chieftain of the Danites, Aiezer, son of Ammishaddai. His troop has enrolled 62,700. Camping next to it, the tribe of Asher, chieftain of the Asherites, Pagiel, son of Okran. His troop has enrolled 41,500. And the tribe of Naphtali, chieftain of the Naphtalites, Ahira, son of Enan. His troop has enrolled 53,400. The total enrolled in the division of Dan, 157,600. These shall march last by their standards. Those are the enrollments of the Israelites by ancestral houses. The total enrolled in the division for all troops, 603,550. The Levites, however, were not recorded among the Israelites, as Adonai had commanded Moses. The Israelites did accordingly, just as Adonai had commanded Moses, so they camped by their standards, and so they marched, each man with his clan according to his ancestral house. This is the line of Aaron and Moses at the time that Adonai spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. These were the names of Aaron's sons, Nadab the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar. Those were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests, who were ordained for priesthood. But Nadab and Abihu died by the will of Adonai when they offered alien fire before Adonai in the wilderness of Sinai. And they left no sons. So it was Eleazar and Ithamar who served as priests in the lifetime of their father Aaron. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Advance the tribe of Levi and place its men in attendance upon Aaron the priest to serve him. They shall perform duties for him and for the whole community before the tent of meeting, doing the work of the tabernacle. They shall take charge of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, a duty on behalf of the Israelites, doing the work of the tabernacle. You shall assign the Levites to Aaron and to his sons. They are formally assigned to him from among the Israelites. You shall make Aaron and his sons responsible for observing their priestly duties, and any outsider who encroaches shall be put to death. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, I hereby take the Levites from among the Israelites in place of all the male firstborn. The first issue of the womb among the Israelites, the Levites shall be mine. For every male firstborn is mine, at the time that I smote every male firstborn in the land of Egypt. I consecrated every male firstborn in Israel, human and beast, to myself to be mine, Adonai's. Adonai spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, Record the descendants of Levi by ancestral house and by clan. Record every male among them from the age of 1 month up. So Moses recorded them at the command of Adonai, as he was bidden. These were the sons of Levi by name: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These were the names of the sons of Gershon by clan, Libni and Shimei. The sons of Kohath by clan, Amram and Izhar, Hebron and Uzziel. The sons of Merari by clan, Mali and Mushai. These were the clans of the Levites within their ancestral houses. To Gershon belonged the clan of the Libnites and the clan of the Shimeites. Those were the clans of the Gershonites. The recorded entries of all their males from the age of 1 month up, as recorded, came to 7,500. The clans of Gershonites were to camp behind the tabernacle to the west. The chieftain of the ancestral house of the Gershonites was Eliasaph, son of Lael. The duties of the Gershonites in the tent of meeting comprised the tabernacle, the tent, its covering, and the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the hangings of the enclosure, the screen for the entrance of the enclosure which surrounds the tabernacle, the cords thereof, and the altar, all the service connected with these. To Kohath belonged the clan of the Amramites, the clan of the Izharites, the clan of the Hebronites, and the clan of the Uzzielites. Those were the clans of the Kohathites. All the listed males from the age of 1 month up came to 8,600, attending to the duties of the sanctuary. The clans of the Kohathites were to camp along the south side of the tabernacle. The chieftain of the ancestral house of the Kohathite clans was Elizaphan, son of Uzziel. Their duties comprised the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, and the sacred utensils that were used with them, and the screen, all the service connected with these. The head chieftain of the Levites was Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, in charge of those attending to the duties of the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clan of the Malites and the clan of the Mushites. Those were the clans of Merari. The recorded entries of all their males from among the age of 1 month up came to 6,200. The chieftain of the ancestral house of the clans of Merari was Zuriel, son of Abiel. They were to camp along the north side of the tabernacle. The assigned duties of the Merarites comprised the planks of the tabernacle, its bars, posts, and sockets, and all its furnishings, all the service connected with these. Also the posts around the enclosure and their sockets, pegs, and cords. Those who were to camp before the tabernacle in front, before the tent of the meeting on the east, were Moses and Aaron and his sons, attending to the duties of the sanctuary as a duty on behalf of the Israelites, and any outsider who encroached was to be put to death. All the Levites who were recorded, whom at Adonai's command Moses and Aaron recorded by their clans, all the males from the age of 1 month up came to 22,000. Adonai said to Moses, "Record every firstborn male of the Israelite people from the age of 1 month up, and make a list of their names. And take the Levites for me, Adonai, in place of every male firstborn among the Israelite people, and the cattle of the Levites in place of every male firstborn among the cattle of the Israelites." So Moses recorded all the male firstborn among the Israelites as Adonai had commanded him. All the firstborn males, as listed by name, recorded from the age of 1 month up, came to 22,273. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the Levites in the place of all the male firstborn among the Israelite people, and the cattle of the Levites in place of their cattle, and the Levites shall be mine, Adonai's. And as the redemption price of the 273 Israelite male firstborn over and above the number of the Levites, take 5 shekels per head. Take this by the sanctuary weight, 20 gerahs to the shekel. And give the money to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price for those who are in excess." So Moses took the redemption money from those over and above the ones redeemed by the Levites. He took the money from the male firstborn of the Israelites, 1,365 sanctuary shekels. And Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons at Adonai's bidding, as Adonai had commanded Moses. Adonai spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Take a separate census of the Kohathites among the Levites by the clans of the ancestral house. From the age of 30 years up to the age of 50, all who are subject to service to perform tasks for the tent of meeting. This is the responsibility of the Kohathites in the tent of meeting, the most sacred objects. At the breaking of camp, Aaron and his son shall go in and take down the screening curtain and cover the ark of the pact with it. They shall lay a covering of dolphin skin over it and spread a cloth of pure blue on top, and they shall put its poles in place. Over the table of display they shall spread a blue cloth. They shall place upon it the bowls, the ladles, the jars, and the libation jugs, and the regular bread shall rest upon it. They shall spread over these a crimson cloth, which they shall cover with a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put the poles in place. Then they shall take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand for lighting, with its lamp, its tongues, and its fire pans, as well as the oil vessels that are used in its service. They shall put it and all its furnishings into a covering of dolphin skin, which they shall then place on a carrying frame. Next they shall spread a blue cloth over the altar of gold, and cover it with a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put its poles in place. They shall take all the service vessels with which the service in the sanctuary is performed, put them into a blue cloth, and cover them with a covering of dolphin skin, which they shall then place on a carrying frame. They shall remove the ashes from the copper altar and spread a purple cloth over it. Upon it they shall place all the vessels that are used in its service, the fire pans, the flesh hooks, the scrapers, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and over it they shall spread a covering of dolphin skin, and they shall put its poles in place. When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sacred objects and all the furnishings of the sacred objects at the breaking of the camp, only then shall the Kohathites come and lift them, so that they do not come in contact with the sacred objects and die. These things in the tent of meeting shall be the porterage of the Kohathites. Responsibility shall rest with Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, for the lighting oil, the aromatic incense, the regular meal offering, and the anointing oil. Responsibility for the whole tabernacle and for everything consecrated that is in it or in its vessels. Adonai spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Do not let the group of Kohathite clans be cut off from the Levites. Do this with them, that they may live and not die when they approach the most sacred objects. Let Aaron and his sons go in and assign each of them to his duties and to his porterage. But let not the Kohathites go inside and witness the dismantling of the sanctuary, lest they die.
Blessings after the Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu et torato, torat emet, v'chayai olam nata bitochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten ha-Torah. Blessings after the Torah. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who gave us the Torah of truth and set everlasting life in our midst. Blessed are you, Lord, giver of the Torah. Blessings before the Haftorah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bakar binviim tovim v'ratza v'devarim aneemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai aboker batorah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Israel amo uninvei haemet va'zedek. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has chosen good prophets and was pleased with their words that were uttered with truth.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who chooses the Torah, and Moses, God's servant, and Israel, God's people, and the prophets of truth and righteousness.
The number of people of Israel shall be like that of the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured or counted. And instead of being told, you are not my people, they shall be called children of the living God. The people of Judah and the people of Israel shall assemble together and appoint one head over them, and they shall rise from the ground, for marvelous shall be the day of Jezreel. O call your brothers my people, and your sisters lovingly accepted. Remonstrate your mother, remonstrate her, for she is not my wife, and I am not her husband. And let her put away her whoredom from her face, and her adultery from between her breasts. Else will I strip her naked, and leave her as on the day she was born. And I will make her like a wilderness, render her like desert land, and let her die of thirst. I will also disown her children, for they are now a whore's brood. In that their mother has played the whore, she that conceived them has acted shamelessly, because she thought, I will go after my lovers, who supply my bread and my water, my wool and my linen, my oil and my drink. Assuredly, I will edge up her roads with thorns, and raise walls against her, and she shall not find her paths. Pursue her lovers as she will, she shall not overtake them, and seek them as she may. She shall never find them. Then she will say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then I fared better than now. And she did not consider this. It was I who bestowed on her the new grain and wine and oil, I who lavished silver on her and gold, which they use for Baal. Assuredly, I will take back my new grain in its time, and my new wine in its season. And I will snatch away my wool and my linen that serve to cover her nakedness. Nor will I uncover her shame in the very sight of her lovers, and not one of them shall save her from me. And I will end all her rejoicing, her festivals, new moons, and Sabbaths, all her festive seasons. I will lay waste her vines and her fig trees, which she thinks are a fee. She received from her lovers. I will turn them into brushwood, and beasts of the field shall devour them. Thus will I punish her for the days of the Baalim, on which she brought them offerings, when decked with earrings and jewels, she would go after her lovers, forgetting me, declares God. Assuredly, I will speak coaxingly to her, and lead her through the wilderness, and speak to her tenderly. I will give her vineyards from there, and the valley of Achor as a plowland of hope. There she shall respond as in the days of her youth, when she came up from the land of Egypt. And in that day, declares God, you will call me Ishi, and no more will you call me Baali. For I will remove the names of the Baalim from her mouth, and they shall never more be mentioned by name. In that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, the birds of the air, and the creeping things of the ground. I will also banish bow, sword, and war from the land. Thus I will let them lie down in safety. And I will espouse you forever. I will espouse you with righteousness and justice, and with goodness and mercy. And I will espouse you with faithfulness. Then you shall be devoted to God.
Blessings after the Haftorah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zer kol haolamim zadik, vekol adoret ahel eman, haomer v'oseh am daber chayim, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek. Ne'eman atah Adonai Eloheinu, v'ne'emanim devarecha, v'davar echad mid evarakecha, achor lo yashiv Recham ki el melech ne'eman, verachamam ata, Baruch ata Adonai el ane'eman, bechol devarav. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, rock of all eternities, righteous in all generations, the faithful God who says and does, who speaks and fulfills, all of whose words are true. Faithful are you, Lord our God, and faithful are your words. Not one of your words turns back unfulfilled, for you, O God, are a faithful and compassionate King. Blessed are you, Lord, the God who is faithful in all his words.